Hey everyone, so this is the first day of my movie week, the last week of my 300 subscriber special. Anyway, so this first video is going to be a movie review, and it's a movie that I've recently watched a couple days ago. I watched The Lovely Bones, and now I'm going to review it for you guys. So The Lovely Bones is a movie based on the book by Alice Sebold. I have not read the book. I don't know how it differs, except for a couple things, but overall it was a pretty good movie. Not the best, though. Well, the story is based around this girl named Susie Salmon. She's a young girl. She's 14, and she gets murdered when she's 14. That's not a spoiler. You learn that in the back of the book, back of the movie. It's in like the first 20 minutes of the movie. And so she gets murdered, and she's kind of in between Earth and Heaven, and making that transition from life to the afterlife. And she can't move on because she keeps thinking about her family and her past life. And it's really, really interesting because it makes you kind of think about that. It makes you think about how a life touches so many other lives. I really like that part of it. It has a really good cast of actors. Mark Wahlberg, he plays the father, and then the mother is played by Rachel Weisz, and the grandmother is played by Susan Sarandon, and then the murderer is played by Stanley Tucci, I think is his name. He was in Julie and Julia. And it was a good cast of characters, good plot, I guess, but there were some things that kind of bugged me, and this is going to contain spoilers from this part on, so if you don't like spoilers, you can stop the video now, but these are what really bugged me about the movie. Well, not this part, this right here. It was directed by Peter Jackson. That's not a bad thing. I didn't know that, though, because, I mean, I don't think he really wanted the movie to be very big. I don't know why, it just didn't seem like they advertised it as his next huge movie, The Lovely Bones, you know. But, you know, I don't know. The things that bugged me in this movie. At one point, towards the end, when Susie's sister, she is suspicious of this guy, and she goes inside the guy's house, and that's the murderer, and she's inside the house searching for clues to see if he's really a murderer, and she's in his room, and she goes under this, she finds this loose floorboard, and she opens it up and finds this book, or this like folder with all these notes and stuff in it, and instead of running away right then and there and going home and looking at it later, she stays in the house and spends her sweet little time looking through this book while he comes home. And I guess this is because it wants to add suspense to the movie, but it was kind of pointless anyway because the chase scene that they have was like 30 seconds long, and it wasn't really that exciting. That really bugged me because the girl was stupid. She didn't just run the hell out of there and grab the book and, you know. But anyway, and then when she gets home, her mother had left because she was feeling not loved at home after her daughter's death, and she leaves, and then she comes back, and it's like a nice happy moment, you know, sentimental moment between her and her father, her husband, and they have this moment, but instead of the girl, like, you know, telling her parents about this Susie's murder, she lets them have their moment. It doesn't make any sense. I mean, if you were, who just found out about your sister's murderer, would you wait for your parents to, you know, kiss and make up and have a nice little moment? Or would you scream, hey, my sister's murderer is right down the street, you gotta get that sucker's ass? You know? Doesn't make any sense. And then another part when, this didn't really make much sense to me either, but I guess it kind of did in a way because it allowed Susie to move on. But, so, at the end, Susie goes back to Earth and goes inside this girl's body so she can have her first kiss with the guy that she loved. And right outside was the murderer dumping her body into a sinkhole. And instead of telling the guy that my murderer is getting rid of my body right over there, she kisses him and then moves on. I mean, I guess she wanted that, but wouldn't you want that guy to fry? I mean, come on. He murdered you, and he's a serial killer. It was just weird, that part of it. And it was just too artsy-fartsy in that sense. Some directors do that, you know, but I mean, I guess that's not to be expected, I guess. But overall, it was a good movie. It wasn't a movie that I want to see again. I would recommend it as a rent. Watch it once and then you're done. But not very spectacular. I would probably give it maybe 3 out of 5 stars, if that. But it was a pretty good movie, I guess. So that's my review. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have seen this movie, tell me what you thought. I personally didn't really like it that much. But, you know, there's different opinions out there. And yeah, so that's my first video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys tomorrow.